Hi everyone. Okay, let me notes. All right. So hi everyone. So today we are talking about why going viral is a bad strategy and things that you need to consider. Basically, what are some misconceptions or some pitfalls that I see entrepreneurs typically assume when thinking about PR and marketing and in terms of oh, I want to go viral. I want my message to go to the masses. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deja. I am a publicist, and pretty much what I do is I help industry disruptors such as yourself get featured in the press. If you are interested in learning more about PR, or no matter where you are in your journey, whether you're ready to hire a publicist or you're just something you want to consider in the near future, please make sure that you download my free Get Featured checklist. You can do so if you're watching on Instagram by clicking the link in my bio. If you go to the free press list, free checklist, button, you can download it there. And if you're watching on other platforms, you can definitely look at the description box, or again, just go to my main profile and you can click the link on my bio to get that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, we're talking about why going viral is not a good strategy, is actually a bad strategy. So when you are, the first thing I want you all to consider, when you are targeting a mass audience, you can easily miss the audience that you actually want to um, target, right? So I'll say that again. When you have the intention to target a mass audience, you could potentially overlook or alienate the audience that you actually want to go after, right? I know we know for the most part in business that, you need to know who your ideal client is, who your ideal audience is, who do you want to target. And the reason being why that is so important is because you have to speak their language. People don't want to feel like you're just talking to a wide group of people. Specifically, for instance, when I'm talking to you all, I have been doing PR and I've been studying my craft for so long. I know for the most part, and I'm always learning, but I know what you guys have challenges with. Yes, Keisha, talking to everyone is talking to no one. Yeah, exactly. So I know what some of the challenges that you guys have. I've spent lots of time talking to so many different entrepreneurs over the years that I really have a good understanding in terms of what you guys are faced with, what challenges, what things you're looking to accomplish by leveraging publicity, by leveraging a PR strategy. So if I were to just be like, oh, I'm just talking to anybody that might think they're interested in PR, I'm doing you guys a disservice because your business is not for everybody. My business is not for everybody. There's a specific group of people that I'm set to help. And the same goes for you and your business as well. So you don't want to appeal to the masses. I really don't like that term. You're not, Walmart. Walmart appeal. Well, even Walmart, like you can say like, yeah, they appeal to everyone, but they really don't. They appeal to people that want to save money. They appeal to people that don't want to spend a lot of money. They appeal to families and, budget friendly. Walmart and Target, of course, are competitors in different lenses, but they cater to different audiences. And so you need to make sure you're clear on who you're catering to. So the first thing that you want to, and I already kind of went over this, but I'm going back to my notes. I went on a tangent, y'all. Sorry. Your ideal customers, right, have specific likes, desires, fears, problems, and interests. So if they don't see themselves in your content or your in your PR, so that could be you doing an interview and that's why that messaging piece is so important too. They will not feel like you are talking to them, right? So if they don't see themselves, talking about your ideal customers, don't see themselves in your content, it will no longer have meaning or appeal, and it does nothing to build that lasting relationship. So when you have content that specifically tugs at the heartstrings, and I said this in a previous live earlier this week, when it tugs at the heartstrings of your customer, so I mean you have a narrower scope, it's designed to speak to a specific audience in the language that they're used to describing their problems. So I always tell people, and this is really going into like the market research of things, not really specifically PR, but depending, especially if you're a service-based provider, and even if you're not, if you're product-based, do surveys, get data, get information, not just collecting data like yes, no, but ask questions, get them to fill things out. That's personally what I've done in my business in terms of when I'm speaking to, when I'm creating content to speak to my audience. It's stuff that I'm basically regurgitating back from what someone has told me. So my content is based on what information I'm giving. This is me talking about why going viral is a bad strategy, is because something that I've talked to clients about over and over again, right? So it's not about what you want to talk about. Sometimes it's about what your audience is looking from you, and that's the, the major distinction that I want you guys to take into consideration as well. So also another reason why, reason number two, that why going viral is not a great strategy, it's a bad strategy, is because you're putting more emphasis on the quantity than the quality. So I'm going to say that again. You're putting more emphasis on the quantity versus the quality. So when you're aiming to get as many eyeballs on your product or service, instead of making those real connections, you're ignoring the most important part of the person you're trying to reach, because you're not going to connect with them. They're not going to resonate with what you're trying to do, because you're trying to target everybody. That's why it's so important, even no matter whether you're doing a marketing campaign, a social media campaign, a PR campaign, you have to be specific on who you're targeting, what your goals are, and what that messaging looks like, right? And that messaging has to be custom tailored to the audience. So it's no different when, say, for example, you were to do a press interview and you're talking about a launch or something for a product or service. That product or service should have a specific person in mind that you are trying to reach. Because on the PR side, you don't want to show up to interviews. You don't want to book interviews, whether you're doing it yourself or you're hiring an agency, and it doesn't resonate with who you're trying to target. So one of the things I always tell clients when I'm speaking with them, and this is either on the agency side where we do the work for you, or where we're the PR coaching side of things, I always ask, what are your goals? Who is the person that you're trying to target? And I'm not just talking about like, their age, oh, women 24 to 35, they're African American. I'm talking about like, what solution are you providing? What is that customer's pain point? What Why would they be interested in your service or product? That's what I'm talking about, because as a publicist, I then take that information and I look at my Rolodex of contacts. I look at what publications that I need to do research so that I can get in touch with someone that fits that covers stories that would resonate with that audience. It's really deeper than just, oh, I'm just going to pitch you to this and that's going to be it. No, there's a research phase that people really don't talk about in terms of the PR side. Of course, like we know that from marketing, and there's marketing research and stuff like that. But that research also needs to be used in terms of creating your PR campaign as well. And I want to take a sip of water. One second, y'all. Oh, excuse me. Allergy season is like not letting me be great today at all. So I hope you guys are clear on that. And then my next point is that, okay, I'm just looking, one second. I'm just looking at my notes. So another thing I want you guys to keep in mind, because I think this whole phenomenon of I want to go viral is connected to you want to be famous, in your industry, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be well known. I definitely stand on the notion of you want to have an effective PR campaign so that you can be the go-to person in your industry. Totally get it. Not saying that. But if you want to be internet famous, and again, you're going viral because you want to hit the masses, and the masses of people that you're trying to target might not even care about what you're talking about. That's why we've seen things like a few years ago, the Instagram influencer who had a t-shirt collection, and you guys let me know if you remember this. She had a t-shirt collection, she had all these followers, and nobody bought it. She couldn't sell one single shirt. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to go viral for the sake of going viral. You need to be targeted in your efforts. Be be viral within your community of what you're known for. That's what I'll say. Don't be viral just like, oh, I just want to hit all these people, because they might not even buy your stuff if it's not done properly, right? And then also, um, we all know this. Going viral don't equate to sales. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, just because you go viral, I've had posts on my Facebook that have gone viral. Now, it did equate to some sales, but most people don't even have a strategy or a plan for what's going to happen once they go viral. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But say you do go viral, do you have the capacity? I have one of my PR friends clients um during the pandemic last year, more so, uh pretty much went viral because of a TV placement, and all the products sold out like completely, and she had to like close down shop in her business for a few weeks just to fulfill the demand of those orders. So she couldn't even continue to take new orders, right? So like, if you want to go viral, right, are you even prepared? That can literally put you in a tough situation, because do you have the staff, especially if you're product based, do you have the staff to in the systems to support going viral? I know for Intel Media Group, which is my PR agency that I have with my business partner, we are a small team, so we can't go viral. Like, going viral is not going to do nothing for us, because basically we would have a waiting list. We're a boutique size agency. We don't take on a large client roster at a time. I have no intentions of going viral, not in that regard, because I don't like to be stressed, okay? And that could be stressful. And a lot of times I don't think we think about that is our business model. And I know I'm going off the tangent of PR, but it all intersects. So bear with me, guys. If I were to go viral, do I have the infrastructures? Do I have the systems in place to, one, collect all the data, all the information that I need? Because you're going viral, you're touching all these eyes, which are you collecting these people information? That's the first thing. And then the second thing, do you have all your systems in place? Do you have the support to help you if you were to, go viral? Like, how do you sustain that? And I don't think people think about that, because what you don't want to happen, and we've seen this all the time with businesses, especially black businesses, is that people go viral, they can't keep up with the demand of the orders, and then people complaining and they getting blasted on social media. I've seen it so many times. And it's just like, that's the other side effect, or the bad side of going viral. You might go viral for something that you don't want to go viral for, because you're so focused on, oh, I gotta go viral, go viral. And I fundamentally believe in my soul that all PR is not good PR. Good press. All press is not good press. So I know some people think that is true. I personally do not. That is not true, because again, it depends on the angle, and there are some negative angles or negative sides of the of being featured, like in terms of like depending on what that journalist says, because they could be slamming you, your business, blah blah, and you don't want that. So all press is not good press. So we just have to keep in mind, like, sometimes be careful what you're asking for in terms of, oh, I want to go viral. Y'all, I'm going on a tangent. I'm on a roll today. So the finally, you're just creating unnecessary pressure that you don't need. Like, you don't need to do this to yourself. So there are businesses, as we know, that have some millions of dollars and endless hours trying to create viral content that lack traction. I promise you, I have never, like, the times that I've gone like baby viral, because I'm not even gonna say I've gone viral. I think one of my Facebook posts, like, and it's still doing pretty well, like, unexpectedly, like, blew up, like, thousands of impressions compared to some of my other posts, right? So to me, that was like baby viral. And I was just like, um, I did have a quick little strategy to pivot, and it's definitely on my digital product side of things. So like, I position my ebooks, because if I were to be like, oh, I'm gonna try to market my services, no, I'm not trying to be stressed out. Like, no. Mm-mm. But digital products, okay, y'all can go pick it up, like, put it in the cart, buy it, and you get it automatically. So it doesn't interrupt my life. You know what I mean? But and you just can't plan to go viral. Like, I'm gonna say it. Like, personally, in my experience, like, the people I've talked to, business owners, myself included in this experience, it wasn't necessarily planned. Like, it's just about being consistent, doing the work that you've already been doing. And then sometimes posts do really, really well. Sometimes a story picks up a lot of traction. It does really, really well. And you take advantage of that momentum while you can. But a lot of times, guys, it doesn't really happen how we want to. Like, I promise you, if you've known anybody that has gone viral, ask them if it went as they planned. Did they intentionally plan for this? And I bet you 99.9% of the time, it was not intentional, right? So, but I'll say this. So if you pressure yourself to create content, so content meaning you're doing press, you're creating social media, you're doing your marketing strategy, all that together, that's valuable and entertaining to your ideal customers, that's all that should matter. Going viral to me, honestly, is not about you. I think it's just that desire of, oh, I gotta blow up, I gotta make it to the top, blah, blah, blah. It don't got nothing to do with you. You're not even worried about your customers. I feel like if you're focused on you want to go viral, you're just being you're focusing on the vanity things of it, and not what's important is that your product or service is landing in front of the right people at the right time. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna do some Q&A because I have been rambling for the past 15 or 20 minutes. If you all have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat box. um Also, guys, and I'm sorry, I'm looking on Periscope to or Twitter chat, whatever, Twitter live. I see Periscope here, but Twitter live to look at the comments here. But if you guys have any questions, and also just make sure you download my free Get Feature checklist. So again, it walks you through the 8 steps to making sure you are prepared and ready to secure a prize. So you can click the link in my Instagram bio to download it. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, it's in the description box. But if you guys have any questions, I can answer those. But welcome to my TED Talk. I'm dead. I was like, I have to talk about this. So, yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in with me on this Sleep Time chat because, y'all, it's been a day. I typically try to go live earlier, but this week has been crazy. But let me know if you have any questions. If not, you can always DM me your questions and then I will try to answer them as best as I can. Let me see. And if no one has any questions, all right. So I am going to sign out. I will see you guys later. And thanks for tuning in. Bye.